So with a bunch of the series on my channel, I was testing them out to see how they would do on the channel. And I was pretty clear about the fact that if they don't do that great, I'd maybe stop doing them or move them to Patreon or do whatever. So with Hell's Paradise, I'm kind of on the fence about what exactly to do with Hell's Paradise. But I think what I'm going to do for now is try out doing 2 episodes in a video and instead do it every 2 weeks. So instead of posting this episode, episode 4, on the week it comes out, I'll post it the next week with episode 5 with it. But the full-length reaction will still be posted onto my Patreon account at the correct time when it comes out. So I think that will work for now, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know how well it's gonna go and how I'm gonna continue to do it, but for now, that's what I'm doing. So I don't know what that means for the discussion. I think that means I might not do much discussion after this episode and instead try to push that discussion to after I've seen episode 5, possibly. I guess we'll see. But anyway, we're gonna jump into episode 4 today. The truth is, I do really like the show though, and I really want to keep watching it. I like the character designs, I like the ideas that they're setting up, and it feels like a show that's respecting its characters so far. It feels like a nicely character-based show, which is kind of surprising to me because I thought it would be based more around the surrealness of it, but it's focusing a lot on characters, which is cool. So yeah, we're gonna be jumping into episode 4. This one's called Hell and Paradise. Normally I don't look at the title beforehand, but I noticed that was what it was called, which reminds me of like a Hunter x Hunter title, you know, Hell and Paradise. Anyway, let's jump into episode 4 of Hell's Paradise. My Patreon account has full-length versions. If you're not already on there, you can go check it out on my Patreon right now. Let's do it. Here we go. Episode 4. Blade Dragon. Okay. Oh, that's a challenge. Okay. But maybe cut a dragon to prove him wrong. Oh, great. You probably should regret it. That's so stupid. Fuchi. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Medicine and testing swords feel so opposite. Man, looks like Yelena from Attack on Titan. Oh, scared. You imagined yourself being slit open. Okay. Yeah, that's what the other guy said in the other episode too. Oh, that's disgusting. I fucking hate this. This is the worst episode so far. I'm watching it on the other screen. Okay. God, that's some of the worst I've seen in anime. Those insects they were showing. Oh my god. That's insane, and I'm less scared of that than just like a spider. So. Oh god. These guys. Hell and Paradise. Night and day fading out. Prayer beads, okay. It's like around its hands, like the bindings around his hands. Okay, he's done praying. Ooh, good shit. Except not as good as I'd hoped. Oh. Well, you're gonna have to. You can't. All of the enemies here are unknown enemies. You can't just run the entire time. Oh. I mean, you'll just have to learn about the enemy as you fight it, so it's not unknown anymore. Damn. He's actually getting hurt. Woo! They're like titans. Ooh! Here he goes! Oh shit! Prominence burn! God! Did it purposefully hit itself in the head to kill itself, or was that just like a muscle spasm? Wow, beautiful eyes. You got this. Don't worry. Have confidence in yourself. I'm sure you can fucking crush these guys too. I think it's purely your lack of confidence right now. Oh, damn. I'm married, sorry. Ooh. Who this? Yay! Purple hair's here. Yuzuriha. Aww. Cute. Oh shit. Okay. Yes, please. Oh my god. Uh-huh. You can seduce me if you want. Genji? You play Overwatch? Huh? Right. Yeah, I would follow her as well. Yes. Alright, well I guess Genji's me. I really like her. Ooh. Oh man. Look at that hold. I really like her. God, this show is gonna have a lot of insects, isn't it? That's awful. Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, if you become a main character, Yuzuriha, I'll be very happy. Is this a lie? If you're lying, let's just move it along. Hmm? What do you mean? Oh, God. Oh, God. I knew that would happen. I was waiting for him to say that. Yeah. Oh my god. She's a very, we've seen already, she's an incredibly skilled swordsman. So she just needs that confidence back. Okay. So these two are brothers, and he's trying to get him out of here. Interesting. That's an interesting enough concept that I don't want these guys to die. Damn. He's very impressive. Nice. Oh. Cut the hair. Cut the hair. Oh no. Whoa. Cut your hair, Toma. Oh yeah, you're glad he left you behind, I guess. Oh. Okay, they're speaking. Okay. This guy's pretty cool. This is some very nice backstory for these two characters that we barely know. Is there enough of the elixir for two people? I always just imagined there was one elixir, but I don't know if that's true. Cool. Cool. I saw this episode is called like Samurai and a Woman or something, and I love one of those things, and I'm not a samurai fan. Oh. Are you a failure? The samurai and the woman. That's good. I don't want to see any insects. Oh, good. Nice. They're already getting to surviving. You're supervisor. You're not even looking the same way. At the very least, turn to face them to pretend you're supervising. What do you expect? Impressive? You probably don't know what's edible on this island. Ugh. Okay. So they're not too fantastical. Oh god. Yeah. I mean, good point. I don't know. Are they gonna be like people who have personalities and stuff here? Yeah, they got dicks. Oh, they don't got dicks, right. This girl is made for me. Except she's psychotic. Yeah. Man. The insects. Ugh, I hate them. Wow. Look at his face. Man, I kind of expected this show to just dismiss why everything's so weird as just like, oh, it's a fantastical place. But they're going in depth on it. No. She has her own duties. That's her choice. That's right. I forgot about that one. I see everything this guy's saying, and yet, no thanks. In a way, he's trying to protect her, he's trying to do the nice thing, but he's condescending. And adding as a woman. Why? Ruh-roh. Oh, it's wrecked? That's not comforting. Oh, that's very not comforting. Oh. Great. Did I write Niragai's name down for no reason? I'm not sure if Niragai is male or female. Because the samurai was calling them kun, which is generally kind of masculine, but not always. Ah, are you gonna find any usable ships here? Okay. Of course they are. Okay, they're saying he and him, but they might not know. I'm gonna write he, him for now. This guy seems kinda nice. Maybe a little dumb, but... No, don't die to atone for anyone. Pretty much ever. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, I do not like how phallic these things are. You should live. You should live. No, 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 no. I'm kind of attached to you. I kind of like you. Don't die. Yes, Tenza. Okay, I really like Tenza. Nice! Tenza? He's not gonna. He's awesome. Oh, I really like him. I like characters like this. Dumb but determined and have a heart. Oh. Okay. Good plan. Alright, well you've got me attached to those two characters now. Don't you dare let them die. Hell yeah. Oh. God. I'm starting to think this island isn't that fun. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Alright. I feel like I always see that coming. Whenever that happens in anime, I always, like, am hesitant with their pronouns. Stop. At the very least say it's too much for you. When you say it's for a woman, you lose your point. Well, good. That's what's happening. Aww. That's cute. He's a sweetheart. A murderous sweetheart.
この役目より長い長い人生を。ならばそれを邪魔する者からは逃げない。
Hey, well, if anything happens with your wife, you've got a new wife right here.
そんなことあるよ。そういうことの見極めは確かだぞ、わしは。自分自身のことは案外自分じゃわからんもんだな。行動してみるまでは。
Alright.
皆同じか。
You gotta stay then. You gotta stay to understand yourself, don't you?
いいえ、もはやこれは私の生き方に関わる問題です。
Sorry. As a man, you won't be able to understand this conversation.
外から蔑まれ、山田家の武士として生きれば身内から疎まれる。
There's no winning.
なんだと？
どうか私を一人の侍
Yeah, the samurai and the woman are one and the same. Maybe I like them both.
兄弟子に歯向かう無礼と、ただ自分の生き方くらい自分で決めたい。
Yeah, so don't even ask him
それ
permission.
はきっと男も女もどうかご理解ください。
Doesn't matter if he understands or not. It's still your decision.
女子供は場違いだ。
Oh, oh, oh,
いつの間にそれを奪うとは。
oh, oh, oh no. Oh, Genji's dead, right? Oh yeah, he's dead. Oh my god. Wow, this show's done a good job at getting me attached to these characters that I like. Not that I didn't think I would get attached to them, but I don't know. Maybe I did think I wasn't gonna get attached to them. I don't know. I thought maybe my only attachment would be to like the main two and to the purple-haired girl. But I'm liking some of these other characters. I'm just going back to because if you didn't realize, I recorded episodes 4 and 5 of Hell's Paradise apart from one another. So like I recorded them a week apart because I'm recording them when those episodes came out. I'm just putting them both in one video. So it's been a week since I watched episode 4. But I've still got my notes. That's a good thing about my notes. They're not great notes, but just so that I can see the sort of thing that's going on. So Yuzuriha is the name of the purple-haired girl. See, so we properly, you know, got some Yuzuriha in episode 4, and she was only a little bit in episode 5, but yeah, no, she is she's my type of character. I really like her. I love her design. Her voice actress is doing a great job, and on top of that, she is funny and kind of crazy, and I'm just also intrigued by her. Like I just want to sort of learn more about her personality and see more. I want to see more of like how she approaches different situations, especially when the going gets tough. You know, like when they're faced with tough decisions, who's she gonna side with? Is she gonna turn against them, quote unquote? But I would hesitate to use the phrase "turn against them" because I already feel like their alliance is kind of understandably shaky. Like, as in, everyone in the alliance understands that it's shaky. Everyone in the alliance knows that anyone could turn around and stab them in the back, and it's actually kind of expected that that's going to happen eventually. That's the vibe that I'm getting from it as well. So yeah, that's like I hope that happens later rather than sooner, because I want as much Yuzuriha as I can get in these episodes. But yeah, there's a lot of bugs. And it seems like the centipedes go for dead flesh. That was what they said in episode 4, right? The centipedes go for dead flesh. So we don't have to worry about those centipedes like jumping on the main characters unless they're dead. They're just a way to, I guess that like the point 1 of them being in the show is because they're creepy. But purpose 2 is to show that someone's dead, you know, and show sort of how the land feeds off the dead people. I feel like that might be a big part of this series, is the way that like this whole island is sort of sustained by the dead. because that's what it feels like. It feels like, you know, people turn into flowers when they die here, or like if they die in certain ways or whatever, they turn into flowers. And there are flowers fucking everywhere on this island. So it's like, it feels like the people who come here to die are just constantly feeding this island. And now their dead flesh is also literally feeding these centipedes. But yeah, I find it super interesting how much they're sort of properly sitting down and questioning what's going on around here. As I said during the reaction, I kind of expected them to sweep that stuff under the rug. It makes sense that they're not doing that because it's a big part of the mystery of the show, and this show is a lot about questions. I didn't think it was going to be a lot about questions. I thought it was mostly going to be just purely about survival, you know? Like, if you don't have any of the answers to the questions, and you don't have any questions, and you're just here, you're put on an island, you just have to survive, what are you going to do, you know? That's what I was thinking it was going to be. So I just thought they'd come across a monster and they wouldn't think about it, they just kill it. And then they'd come across another monster, wouldn't think about it, just kill it. They'd come across another person on the island that's like another convict or whatever, and they fight that person, and then one of them dies or whatever, and they move on. They go, maybe they'd find some intelligent life on this island, and then maybe we start to answer some questions, maybe, or maybe that intelligent life is just going to try to kill us or whatever. That's the sort of vibe I expected from the show. But I mean, they came to this island and they're immediately going like, okay, let's try to figure out what's going on here. Like, okay, this is all very weird, but why is it all weird? Why are there, you know, why is there this sort of a lot of religious imagery here, and yet the religious imagery is clashing with other religious imagery? Like, it's not like, oh, there's Buddhist imagery here because Buddhism is true, and this is where it all, like, this is where it comes from and whatever. But it's like, there's a combination of a whole lot of different religions here in very conflicting ways. So it's interesting. But yeah, the Nudu guy and Tenza, those two that they introduced us to in this episode, they did a good job with that. I will say that, because those two I quite like, and I don't think I'll be sad or mad when they cut away to them, you know? Like, I think some of these other characters in this show so far, when they've cut away to these other characters, I've been kind of, like, mildly interested, but there's still a big part of me that's like, okay, but now can we cut back to the two that I like, the two mains, you know, because I really, really like them and I want to see their journey first and foremost. But with Nudigai and Tenza, like, I was sort of okay with that. Like, if they spent the rest of the episode with those two, I think I would have been okay with it, because I think they were cool and nice, and they already had like a relationship going. I don't mean relationship in terms of like they were dating, but I mean like they had some sort of connection with one another, and I think that was very sweet. And I think Tenza is like, he reminds me of in Dr. Stone. Now keep in mind, I haven't seen all of Dr. Stone, but in Dr. Stone, what's his name? You probably know who I'm talking about immediately as I'm comparing it to it. But the main friend, who I think is voiced by Rico Fajardo in the dub. I watched the dub of Dr. Stone. But he's Senku's main friend. And he is a sort of like very strong and has a lot of stamina and very determined and very positive and very happy, and he is dumb, but he knows he's dumb and he accepts that he's dumb, and he doesn't get himself down about it, and he just like instead just like leans on everyone else for the knowledge that he needs, and he trusts other people. And I really like that character type. I think it's a great character type for a lot of different shows. And so having that same sort of character in here through Tenza is very sweet. The whole for a woman thing that constantly keeps coming up, I see this. I actually see it a lot in sword-related things, sword-related anime type deals. because it's a kind of a common theme, I guess, especially for swordsmen, because there's a lot of tradition with samurais and such, and like it's a kind of difficult situation, I think, for me to speak on, because I am, one, a man, and two, white. Like, I am not the spokesperson for this stuff, so what you should know is that my feelings on this situation do not matter. They don't matter. Or like, they can give someone peace of mind, they might make someone happy to hear them, but I shouldn't be making decisions on what's right and wrong necessarily in this space. With that caveat being said, I always see this stuff where it's like so built on tradition and traditional gender roles and stuff like that, and yet when it comes to the samurai stuff, I still see a lot of people, and like, look, on some level I kind of understand this, but I still see a lot of people defending the traditionalism of it, and the whole idea of like not having women swordsmen, or accepting that women swordsmen can't be as good as male swordsmen. I see that a decent amount, and I even see that through like this topic came up in One Piece, in a One Piece episode at some point, and I talked about it at length. And some people, I can't remember, obviously I can't remember who, but I can't remember the exact stance that people had, but there were people who were like, look, this woman wanted to be the greatest swordsman, but she is a woman, she can't be, because it's just scientific fact that a woman can't be as strong as a man, which I am not a scientist. I understand that there are biological differences between men and women, and yet I feel like, just from the education that I do have, as well as just my stance on like humanity and how we evolve, and the fact that there are always outliers, I don't think we can say definitively that a woman, like the strongest woman and the strongest man, the woman cannot possibly be stronger than the man. I don't think we can say that, because there's outliers, there's other factors involved, and this isn't even talking about the strongest. When we're talking about the strongest swordsman, that's a different thing, because swordsmanship is not about strength, it's about technique, as far as I know. I mean, I'm sure strength helps a lot, but as far as I know from swordsmanship, that's about technique, and I don't think men have a patent on technique. I don't think. Look, I can see how good and bad I am with my hands, in a whole bunch of different situations. I do not think that I have an advantage on anyone, let alone 50% of the population. So so yeah, I just kind of don't buy it. And with what Genji was saying in this episode, he was adding the caveat, like, as a woman, you're a woman, so therefore, because you're a woman, but you should consider you're a woman. All of that condescending, and even if he has great intentions, like, and he very well might, I don't know, like, it seems like he kind of had decent intentions. It seems like what he's trying to do, and this is kind of the thing, like, sometimes a lot of sexism is good intentions, which is something that's hard for some people to accept, because they're like, what, women can't take compliments anymore and stuff. And like, I understand from your perspective, maybe it is, but doesn't make it not sexist, not bad. I think even if he had great intentions, it's still condescending, and it's taking away her agency. As well as like belittling her, it's taking away her identity and her agency. Like, her agency in the fact that like she felt the need to like bow to him and like try to get him to understand. I don't think she needed to do that. I mean, she's respectful enough to do that for him. But I also kind of wish she didn't, because I don't think he deserves it. And yeah, identifies a lot with being a samurai. And she said, like, you know, I'm gonna paraphrase heavily now, but like, don't think of me as a woman, think of me as a samurai, because that's what's important to her. And so if that's important to her, fucking let it be important to her. You don't get to decide what matters in her life just based on what she was assigned at birth. I mean, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. So thank you. I think there was a sound. I vaguely heard it through my headset. I think it was like a stream sound effect that shouldn't have come up, but maybe it was like a celebration noise for me breaking the glass ceiling. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching this reaction to episodes 4 and 5 of Hell's Paradise. If you want to watch more Hell's Paradise reactions, like and comment on the video. I have no idea if Hell's Paradise reactions will be staying on this channel, but if it gets attention, if people like it and comment on it, like the video, stuff like that, then perhaps I will try to keep it on the channel. But if I don't keep it on the channel, I might move it to my Patreon account, depending on if I think that's the right thing to do. So otherwise, go to my Patreon account for full length and early access and exclusive videos. Sorry, I'm hiccuping now. So I better end this video quick. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and goodbye.